Hey everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to Hello Monday. Hope you had the happiest of holidays. Today I'm going to be doing kind of a crafty hack. I wanted to make a Valentine's Day card, and I don't have any Valentine's Day stamps. I usually do not buy holiday specific stamps unless it's like Christmas. So I am just going to show you how I take what I've got and turn it into something that will work. So I've taken some Nina Solar White and cut it into a standard A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when it's folded. And I'm going to use some Catherine Pooler water-based dye inks and those awesome blender brushes to create a very soft background. Now this Fiesta blue looks like it might be kind of dark, but I actually tapped the excess off onto my scratch paper there and kind of burnished it off and brushed it off so I could get this really super, super soft look. It's so delicate. That's the only way I've been ever been able to get that look, is to use those brushes. So I love them. And then I'm going to take the largest of these cloud dies, and I'm going to line that up onto my piece of another piece of Nina Solar White, and it's just 80 pound. I'm going to run it through my Gemini Junior and then grab my piercing tool to kind of pop those babies out. And I used a piece of tape to keep them all hooked together so that nothing would move when I sent them through the die cutting machine, because I've learned my lesson. If I don't tape things down, sometimes a die overlaps another and ends up getting ruined. So now I always, when I've got multiple dies, I use tape before I send it through the machine. So now I've got the letters love spelt out, and that's why I love that classic alphabet die set, because I have used these letters. It's like, oh my gosh, these letters are so versatile for so many different things. And I'm using Bellini to blend the ink there across the top and get a really nice, pretty soft kind of peachy color. And then I'm going to blend from the bottom. And I've covered a piece of chipboard with press and seal with the sticky side out so that I can make myself a sticky mat to hold on to things like this, so I can put glue on them or do ink blending on them, and they're not like shifting around on my work surface. Now I could have blended the cardstock beforehand and then die cut the letters out, but sometimes it's just, I didn't think that far ahead. So I got to figure out how to solve it on the fly. So this is what I did. And now I'm just going to come in here with some, I think this is Party Dress. It's just a nice deep pink, and I just wanted to get a hint of it down towards the very bottom. So I'm just tapping off that excess, because I found that, if I get too crazy, I end up with really harsh divisions of color, and that's not what I want. I want a really soft graduated blend between these colors. So I kind of mixed in some of the coral, cabana coral in there too, just to create more of a transition. But you fly by the seat of your pants, right? And use what works. So I'm going to line these up with a ruler and then take some washi tape and neutralize that against my arm and tape those over the front. Now this is going to serve several purposes. One, I'm going to do some handwriting. I know, handwritten stuff on a card front. Crazy. But I'm using the washi tape to kind of figure out where those letters are going to be on the layout. And I'm using another piece of washi tape to give me a straight edge, because I have a tendency to write at an angle no matter how hard I try. If I don't have a visual to kind of keep me in line, ha ha ha, I end up like my writing tends to slope upward the more I write. So it'll start lower on the left and it ends up higher on the right. So I got to find some way to keep myself in check there. So I did practice on scratch paper just to make sure I was getting the spacing and the sizing pretty much the way I wanted it. And I use that gold gel pen. I love that Uniball gold gel pen. So now I'm going to take my letters here and flip them over and get some dimensional adhesive on the back of them. And then when I've peeled it off, I can go ahead and get that mounted into place. So I've got to move those magnets out of the way and lay those down. And the nice thing about doing it this way is don't press hard, and you will have some fudge room where you can just kind of peel those up if you're not perfectly satisfied. But the minute you start pressing down firmly, I'm telling you, that foam tape, it is a bugger to get anything off if you've used that foam mounting adhesive once you've nailed it down because it's just going to rip the whole thing apart. So now I'm going to put a few more of those low profile square foam adhesive. Those are by Scrapbook Adhesives. And I wanted this to have a lower loft because my letters were already popped up pretty good. So it's like, oh, I don't want this to get too bulky, especially if it's going to go in the mail. And then I also die cut some gold, some hearts from some gold foil cardstock, just a scrap I had laying around. And I just grabbed those confetti kisses. There's some hearts on there that I love, and just cut those out. And I'm just going to use one of them. I'll save the rest for something else. And then this awesome washi tape. This is by High Supply. It's got these beautiful gold foil spots, and I just wanted a smidge of it over here, kind of towards the bottom of the cloud. So I'm not going to let it overtake anything, but I'm kind of creating kind of a semi collage effect, right? Then I'll go ahead and mount my cloud where it needs to be. And I'm also going to grab, which you didn't see earlier, but this die set will cut out these really skinny frames that are so awesome. And I love to layer them over the top of the original shape that got die cut and create kind of a wonky frame effect. So I'm going to put glue in two strategic spots with this is a Sakura Quickie Glue pen. I love that pen because it goes on blue and it dries clear. And then I'm going to anchor those spots down. And I'm not going to worry too much about the rest of that shape. I'm just going to burnish with my bone folder and make sure it's secured firmly in place. And then that's it. That's all it took. And I think this turned out so sweet and so pretty. And I didn't have any Valentine stamps at all. All right, I hope this inspires you to see what you've got and turn it into whatever you need. And thanks for watching.